Okay. Where's our meeting at? This is so weird. Can you still see my screen?
I can.
Okay. Then we're just gonna call it, says it's recording and I can see the little record button, so
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
No. Whatever works, I guess.
I hope so.
Okay.
Hello again.
Hello.
Let's see if I can. I'm still gonna see.
Hey, Haley.
Yeah.
Click on the bottom of your screen. You see where it has like your Chrome and your envelope for your email? Go click on that little, that.
Mm-hmm. So I get one that says wants me to sign in, which is weird because if we're all using it, I think I'm signed in, which I mean, I can sign in again. And then I see this meeting controls.
That's weird because when I pull up mine, I have an option to record.
I think up at the top, so like where, so when I share my screen, the controls kind of go up to the top. And I did find it under more and it said recording. And now when I go up there, it says pause recording and stop recording. So I think we're recording.
Okay.
Now.
Do we need to does it have to be a video or is audio fine? Do you guys know?
Well, I wasn't sure. I can't
either.
When I was playing with the video, I could only get it to video me. I couldn't get it to video like the desktop.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So let's see, maybe there's more up here. Yeah, because when I go to my start video and it gives me an option to select a camera, but HD webcam is my only option. Let's see. So see, like you guys can see me now. So if I stay on this, I think maybe, unless we record it this way and then we all just see each other.
I can still see your screen if you move like that little box out of the way.
Let's see. So I don't have an option to minimize, only to close.
Does it just move? Like, can you click and drag it? Maybe?
Like, just park him kind of out of the way like that, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Do we have Jared? Do we know?
I don't think so.
Unless I didn't, I hope I got his, let's see, let me go back to. Invite. Okay, I'm gonna go to invite. Maybe. Did I get his? So it's Jared, PEHRS. Oops, Jared dot. Sorry. .edu, right?
Yeah, should be.
Right? Okay, well, we'll send one more just in case the last one I sent maybe didn't work.
I mean, he was texting back in the group chat, so I'm assuming that he's available and knows what's going on.
Let's see. Text him. Good.
Hey, I'm gonna click on something. Hold on.
Yep, go for it.
I'm wondering what it does.
Did I drive you? I was gonna say I gave somebody driving and I can't remember who the last one was. Here, I can give it to you. Then you can drive my disk.
Oh, snap. Okay. See, you should be over here and I don't know why you're not.
I'm sure I'm doing it. If you, pull things around. I was just kind of nervous to have to do it again. Like, I'm like, I don't want to screw anything up and do it again.
No, you're good. I'm just kind of playing with stuff while
Yeah,
we're waiting
do
for
it.
Jared here.
We can always start another session. There's Jared.
Yep.
Huh, interesting. You would think you'd be able to like separate these out.
Yeah, or like you said, that like eventually mine would come over here with you guys out of the way.
Yeah, see, like I can see me up here and Spencer and Jared. See, like me, you should be up here. I don't know why you're down here.
Mhm. Let's see. Did I turn something? Enable. Always display participant names. Maybe do I need to? No, that's turn off my video. I don't want to turn off my. Yeah, sorry. That's wrong.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. See, like now you're at the top. I'm not sure.
It shows up for you, for me on the right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I would think since all of our names are present, we'd be okay because that shows we're all logged in.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to stay here so everybody can see until we pull up the documents.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It shows we're collaborating, right?
Sure. Are you guys able to hear me?
A little, not very well.
Okay, let me see if I can. I don't even know where my microphone is. I've got this cover on my MacBook, and maybe it's covering up the microphone. Can you see my picture at all? I can only see Haley and Bailey there. I can't see Spencer.
No, Jared, I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't know. What's up with that?
Oops, I think I opened up a chat. I don't know how I did that. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I took my cover off. Did that help at all?
Oh, yeah.
I see Spencer.
Bottom left, there's a video thing. Mine was on something like not play or something.
Oh, start video. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, there I am.
Hi.
Okay, can everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's better then.
See, Haley, I don't know why yours is weird.
Do I need to? Oh, maybe I need to do there.
Oh, there we go.
After Jared said start video, I'm like, I bet that's what I didn't do. So I should be able to close this box. Yay. Yeah. Good deal.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. I'm happy to turn the mouse controls over to whoever too, because I'm not the best typist and all, but I did pull up. So this was
Okay.
it says 4.2 because I didn't save it. I didn't rename it when I saved it, but this is our last one we submitted for the discussion.
Okay.
I did kind of start. I wasn't sure. I added the logo. Do you think what Tim was asking for? That was the only thing I could think.
That was kind of the impression that I got, that it needed a logo on it.
Okay. Then I can see that if we're presenting it like a business
A real life
document.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
But then I didn't know I guess where else do we want to start?
I can pull up their feed here and kind of read off. All right. So Tim had two of them on here. It sounds like one of them was like his feedback, and then another one was kind of their group consensus feedback. So easy to read, clear sections, bullet points are succinct, positive outlook. Suggest integrity be moved up the values list. Suggest a
I can see
logo. Either rebrand the logo to incorporate mission, vision, and values.
I think that's the part I got confused on. So I'm like, well, I mean, I can see adding the logo, but I'm not sure what rebranding. I guess I didn't follow the rebranding part.
I'm not either.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the way you have it is just fine.
I agree.
The only one I wasn't sure, do we want to leave this Avia, I mean, do we want to just say mission, vision, and values, or do you think it should keep this part?
I think it should say the whole thing because that is the name of the company.
Okay. Do we want to add, does it look weird then that core values is?
One thing I would consider is since our mission, vision, and values are supposed to be specific to the diagnostic services area, it does look like the Avia Health Systems mission and vision is like applying to the entire health system rather than just specifically our vision and mission. So that might be, it could be a Avia Diagnostic Services.
Okay.
Is it? Let me go back and read the initial instructions.
I did not consider it that way, Jared. So that is a good point.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was thinking it organizational. I guess that's
I
the
was
thought I had in my
too.
head too. But
So
that could be off the
formulate a plan to drive strategy within a healthcare setting. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Go back. Yeah, I mean, she really doesn't give specific instructions on whether it's the whole health system or it's just diagnostic services.
I guess I just kind of assumed since, you know, we're playing the role of the leader of just the diagnostic services. And like when she had a organizational card, it was just for the diagnostic services.
So do you want to, I mean, do you feel like that's just a matter of adding the, like that?
Yeah, that, yeah, and then
Or here, I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna give you drive, Jared, and then see if you can show us what, it might be easier than me trying to interpret. Yeah, I'm good with that. If
and I don't know if let's see, Avia Health. I don't know if that's better or too long. Or...
I think it's okay.
That's okay.
Do we need to change it within our mission statement? It does say the mission of Avia Health Systems. Do we need to change? Do you think that?
Yeah, I think if you're going to change the title, then the wording needs to follow.
Okay.
Go back to the discussion board here.
I'm thinking, no, that's not right. Sorry, I was thinking it looked like there was not spatially, it was needed something, but it might be fine.
Okay, do we want to look at the order of the values at all?
Yeah. So, I mean, I have no problem moving integrity to the top.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to read integrity, teamwork, communication, and respect, that's completely fine. I guess when I had originally put it together, I didn't put it in any particular order.
Yeah, and I think that's fine too. And that's kind of like the main voices the main concern by the employees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was with you, Bailey. I mean, and I guess when I read the values of my own, like where I work, I feel like they're all equally important. So I don't ever look at them as like a
ranked system. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't consider that. I just kind of figured they were all of equal footing. But I mean, if they're interpreting it as it needs an order, then I'm completely fine doing that.
Oh, that's all right. Okay. I can tweak some of the spacing later too to make sure it's all even and nice. I don't technically remember exactly what I did the last time around to make the spaces
when that
right.
happens, I'll be writing a paper, and then all of a sudden, like there'll be these weird spaces.
Yep.
I have no idea how the heck I did it.
Hi, bud.
So yeah, I think that looks good. I looked a little bit today. I looked again last night when I did feedback at my own organization, and I went and looked at Johns Hopkins. She gave us the link to that website, and I did look around a little more. I feel like if we're presenting this as like a working organizational document, I think I still feel like we're on track. I think we match.
Agree. Ours looks very similar to the CHI formatting.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think for the way that we have interpreted the assignment, it's appropriate.
Yeah.
I agree. Everything I looked at, it was just like this as well. And I think as far as like when we're presenting this to employees, when they're trying to read a document, it's so much easier to get the message across with this document than I think having those huge paragraphs where you're explaining the rationale of why you made this decision.
I agree.
Yeah. Then, yeah, I mean, so coming into our objectives, I'm not sure without going back to the feedback.
I still have it pulled up. Let's see, after the integrity, suggest reviewing, suggesting more frequent reviews than quarterly.
For
current safety reviews should be talking points in weekly leadership meetings.
Okay, so that would be this was our objective, so they're talking more of our strategy.
Well, I think they kind of lumped two different sections into one comment.
Okay.
Because after it's talking about the rebranding the logo, it says, as safety is a recognized opportunity area, we would suggest more frequent reviews than quarterly. Okay. Current safety reviews should be talking points in weekly leadership meetings.
Yeah, I think that as part of like weekly team meetings, it'd be a good idea to have a little update on safety issues, but then having a bigger meeting. I think that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I agree. I was just looking to see if we had addressed that separately. Man, sorry, my spacing's erect. I'll fix it. This looks horrible right now.
Yeah, that just seems kind of specific. Like you should have to do safety stuff every week. I get having a weekly, update, new stuff going on. I got something like a big safety revelation every week. It's weird to be that specific for that, in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah, and Spencer, I think you bring up a great point. Is you could get more and more specific.
No thanks, bud.
Our action plans be a little more specific than the general strategy to kind of get the ball rolling. But if we want to practice something like, was exemplified in that positive deviance book, where we're trying to, have our team members kind of take, control the situation and take responsibility and identify their own issues and come up with their own solutions, that we just kind of need plans that get the ball rolling, and then they can make the most specific plans. They can identify the exact issues in their departments that need to be solved.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I think where some of this stemmed from was still more like Bailey, like we had said, if we were writing this like as an organizational level, you would leave it broad enough that each department could, interpret and fulfill the strategy as they needed to. But if we're going to narrow it to a department, more of a department strategy, we probably should, be more. I'm on board for that.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to narrow it in a little bit, that's fine. But I mean, I still think that we need to leave it broad enough, because technically, if we're taking this from the VP of Diagnostic Services standpoint, we're overseeing 7 hospitals.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess I'm open to whichever way. Do we just want to?
I think either way is fine. Really, whatever.
I mean, we could go both ways maybe and say like department quality and safety teams will propose solution, or will like meet daily or weekly or whatever. I mean, we could have them have a safety huddle every day and talk about, briefly about problems.
How about something like that? The quality and safety team will propose solutions, which once implemented will be monitored on a quarterly basis at the divisional level, more frequently per needs of the department, or something like that.
Did you say and more frequently? Sorry,
according to the needs of the department, or more frequently at the departmental level according to their needs.
Do we want to specify a time frame on that instead of just frequently? Do we want to put like monthly or weekly?
I'd probably just let the departments, because I think again we kind of want to give some broad direction and action plans, but not be too micromanaging for each department.
So you just say starting off, let's say bi-monthly. I think that can change, I guess, how frequently they actually need done. Like some departments might only need like a monthly thing, but down the line might need weekly. So you say start off
how about
bi-monthly, adjust it.
What if we left it as more frequently department level as decided by
per
leadership, but with a minimum of bi-monthly? Sorry,
or monthly. Yeah, I like how you worded that.
I mean, Jared, I like leaving it open so that they're not too constrained, but I do agree, like with Spencer, that it does need to be, more frequent. So we could say more frequently as deemed necessary by leadership, but give them a minimum, like at least this much. I don't know. That might be too wordy. Does anybody else want to take a stab at it? I will totally give you.
I would say monthly at the departmental level, or more frequently per the discretion of department leadership.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jared.
Sorry, let me fix all my. Or more frequently, sorry, what did you say? More frequently as?
At the discretion of departmental leadership.
Okay. Sorry. Better?
Yeah.
Yep, I think that looks good.
Okay. What was our next point?
So I think we addressed everything in their group response outside of giving a list of references. But if we're keeping it in the format of like a real world business document, it wouldn't have references.
I agree.
Okay, so let's move on to Michael's feedback here then. I'm not sure if your paper is solely a summary or full strategic plan. If it is a full strategic plan, I would recommend that the action plans be more specific. I would go into depth in the action plan as to the type of team building opportunities or social engagements you plan to incorporate.
Where do we talk about team building? Marks, processing. Okay, that was about patient satisfaction. That was about safety. Oh, here. Necessary training and team building sessions provided biannually.
Team building.
I thought, we said they'd be monitored through engagement. Sorry, go ahead, Bailey.
No, you're good. I guess I feel like describing it as a team building session is specific. Unless they're wanting like specific activities that we're going to do at the team building mission or session.
Do we need to maybe specify that, I mean, maybe including that there is a like, I'm just, sorry, not to harp on where I work, but it's just my experience. So like we have a wellness department that kind of does that upon request for departments doing team building.
I mean, for my department, we do like a Christmas volunteer
okay,
sort of thing once a year.
So your department organizes their own kind of social well-being, or
yeah.
Like,
so I mean, if we want to do something like that, like a annual volunteer activity for the department, we sure can specify something like that.
I love that idea. When I was given the critique for the other group, that was one of the things I was looking into, was specific team building activities, and one of the articles talked about volunteering is one of the best ones, because a lot of the stuff that's like social get-togethers and stuff, a lot of people are like, well, I work with these people all day and I don't really want to go hang out with them on a social basis. But volunteering is different, because then you're more focused on helping other people, and it's hard to say no, so it draws people in. Like, you can't say, oh, I'm not going to volunteer to help people. Or it's hard.
Could we put a phrase that says each department will plan their own team building exercises, say how many they have to do, like 3 a year, and at least one has to be a volunteer to help the community? I'm sorry, I don't know how to phrase that, but maybe
I don't necessarily think you have to get that specific. I think you can just leave it as like the diagnostic services will organize a department-wide volunteer activity for employees to better their community, however you want to word it.
Sorry. I like that idea. I mean, if anything, you put together like a whole, everyone that's underneath the VP under us, like a 1-year annual thing where you get multiple departments together to work together, to volunteer, whatever. And then each department you kind of make them do something also twice a year. Also, that's 3 collaborations between everyone. That way you get to know other people in other departments, not just your own also. And that gives you a better view of how everything works.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I know it's nice to build those, like we don't have any sister hospitals or clinics, but it's really nice to build those peer relationships with people at other places, which, I mean, if your sister hospitals, it would kind of be the same thing, right? I don't know.
I guess if you went every hospital together, that'd be a lot of people. So I don't know if that would be ideal. I mean, could be, like a job I had in college, kind of a sportswear company. So you had sales reps, and then you had people working the warehouse, and you had
Stop.
people that go out and like actually sell, like show off gear and whatnot. Every year they do like a company-wide kind of picnic at the zoo, so you kind of got to know everyone there. And also, like kind of every other month or so, they do like for each department they get together themselves, kind of get to know everyone. So that's kind of my idea. Like radiology, they could do something maybe every month or so, or every other month, and get to know each other a little better. And like maybe once a year, everyone throughout the whole 100 U.
Good deal.
Sorry, I was reading that. But like, so that way you kind of get to know everyone that kind of works similar to you, that you maybe don't see every day. That's kind of my idea. It gives you a broader aspect of what goes on in your job. You don't really know how to word that, I guess.
You're okay. I'm going to tweak this one. Just. I guess, okay, Spencer, start telling me what you want me to type, and I'm just not sure how to phrase what you're saying either. So
like before you mentioned divisional versus department. So like on the divisional level, you could do like an annual thing where everyone in the division kind of works together for a volunteer, whatever. And then like maybe like 2 other times in a year, each department could do something by themselves. That way it's not like, oh, this department does that, this department does that. And then at one point they do all come together, kind of work together.
I hear what you're saying, but I guess if we're kind of re-editing this to be tailored like from the VP of Diagnostic Services point of view, I feel like we need to keep it specific to that. Does that make sense?
So again, like we mentioned earlier, divisional versus department. So
okay.
do we review multiple departments? We're our own, like the VP of Diagnosis is its own division.
Yeah.
Multiple departments underneath us. Is that right?
So you're saying divisional would be like radiology and lab and CT and like mammography as divisional, but then like departmental would be like only radiology or only
nursing.
Sorry.
So like all the techs, could do something together at some point during the year, kind of get to know each other. Then at one point throughout the year, like everyone kind of gets together for.
And that's where healthcare is kind of unique, because you have people within your own specialty that you spend a lot of time within the department, but then you go out and you, like, say you're in radiology and you're going out and getting a patient and you're working with the nurse or the physician, and so then you have kind of that cross-pollination where you're working between different departments. So I like the idea of having one for all the departments together, and then having each department do individual ones. So that way you kind of have strong bonds within your department, but then you also get a chance to get to know other people, that you don't work with as frequently, but you do have to work with. I think that does work on multiple levels. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so we're saying the world's worst type.
Hey, Haley, while you're auto checking real quick, can you take the off of the beginning of that sentence?
Here?
Yeah.
Yes. Like that?
Yeah, I think that reads a little smoother.
Okay.
So if we're going to say a division-wide volunteer, I think it should say activity.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, you're right. Sorry. I went from a singular to a plural. Yeah.
No, you're good. I was just reading through it and I'm like, that sounds funny.
You're right. I do that. I do that a lot. I do that a lot. So that's a good catch. Department. So this should be the plural, right? Include all diagnostic services departments.
I think it's services. Aren't we? Isn't diagnostic services? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like we're missing something here, like
Yeah.
almost like it needs to say how, like
You can take out will also and put to.
perfect.
And after, I think that sentence reads pretty good. And then after that sentence, you could put additionally, individual departments will arrange for their own regular volunteer team building activities.
Child.
Okay, individual departments, say that again, will.
Arrange their own team building volunteer activities. Or arrange their own regular volunteer or regular team building volunteer activities.
Sorry. So then we've, oh, why did you do that? Okay. So Spencer, does that kind of cover what you were thinking?
Yeah, I think
Is there
I
any-
get what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Are we good here? You want me to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we've addressed everything that Michael had to say. Most of his feedback kind of centered around that team building action plan. So Dawn says, easy to read. One component I found to be missing was mention of cost benefit or discussion of financial impact of your strategic plan. Is there a financial cost to your objectives? While several key components are included in your discussion, there is no mention of financial aspects. The implementation should be measured against financial history to measure success. But I guess, again, if you read like a true company's like strategic plan, mission, values, there's not usually any mention of fiscal information in there. It's not public information. So, I mean, I guess I don't personally feel like that's something that we need to include if we're going to keep it in the format that we have it.
I feel like if one of our objectives was maybe growth, we could say we want to increase volumes or increase billable testing, or something, but I don't know.
I think it'd be hard to give an analysis until you actually flesh out the fine details. Like, so if you're going to put together a volunteering activity and organize that, you're not going to know how much that will cost until you actually go do it. And then you're going to look at different alternative volunteer activities to see which one's most cost effective.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure, like this training and the tuition assistance. I mean, do you think, I wasn't sure if that's where she meant like cost, but that would kind of be built into the soft benefits or of your.
It is at my work. Yeah, you're right, Haley.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't necessarily think that that's anything that needs to be included.
And we could make a general comment about, we, would have to work with the finance department for a cost
collaborate,
analysis, as programs are developed to see what's most economically feasible or something like that.
I'm okay with that. I think that kind of addresses their concerns without veering too far from what the initial vision we had for the assignment was.
Sorry, I'm lost, and tell me.
Determining feasibility.
Perfect. That's probably wrong.
That's what auto checks for.
Right? I'm like, that's wrong. so weird. I can read it and know it's wrong, but I don't really know how to spell it correctly. I mean, I guess that was the only place to me that maybe finance would touch, because I mean, I guess you could maybe say that patient satisfaction would also increase revenue, but I feel like to me, that's kind of a given, isn't it?
Well, I feel like that's a little bit of a tangent to the original point we were trying to make with that bullet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, if we could make it fit, but I don't think it necessarily needs to.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was just yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to think if I could see her point of view a little more, but I don't really see it on that point either.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The only cost to that would be someone to have to go over like the surveys and stuff. But I don't think there's any necessary reason to find something specific, like we find like a third party or this service would go through and give us feedback. But I think that's the only thing I could think of as far as money would go into that.
Yeah.
To the point where employee satisfaction surveys, patient satisfaction surveys, all that sort of stuff is so standard that you basically got to have it in some form or another. It's just finding what's the best option for you that you can afford.
Yeah.
Well, was there any more that we needed to do?
I guess I feel okay with where we're at kind of on that feedback. Where are you guys at?
I think we're good.
It looks good to me.
Okay, then I am going to continue on here. As the department in the case study is part of the hospital system, I was interested to read about incorporating the board into implementation and progress. Having a strategic plan in place that is followed by the board as invested members will ensure ongoing financial welfare of the implementation. So I think that was something that she liked, not necessarily that we had to edit.
Okay.
Stephanie says, assuming this is a condensed version, I like the layout. One suggestion would be to include the patient in your values somewhere. Having a strong team is important. Maybe include the quality aspect from the mission statement into the values. I guess, I feel like integrity and respect and communication apply to the patient also, not necessarily just team members. So
I agree. I think these are universal things here. All these things are universal things.
How you should really be treating anyone, whether they're a coworker, manager, patient. So I'm kind of with you, Jared. I like the term universal that you used.
I'm good with our core values. I wasn't really sure how. I'm with both of you. Does CHI, when they list their core values, do they even give the blurb explanation? Yeah, ours doesn't either. So I think we've gone a step further by even giving an explanation of what we intend with that, defining that word.
Yeah, if you get on CHI's website, basically what it says is so I think one of theirs is courage or something, and then it basically just gives a 3-word definition of courage. It doesn't even, kind of expand like we did. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm okay with how we have our core values set up.
But I've seen it both ways. I think when you go look up mission, vision, value statements, you can see it 100 different ways.
Yeah.
So I like what we've got.
Okay. Then I guess it sounds like we're kind of all on consensus. We're just leaving this how it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want, I can take some time to clean up just the layout so it's all nicely spaced again and everything, and then save it back to our shared drive, and if you guys just want to text me once you've looked at it, and then I can upload it once everybody's given the okay, or do you want me to, I just didn't know if, I didn't want to keep you all here to clean that up if you had, other things. But I'm happy.
I mean, I think, Haley, you've done a really good job of formatting this so far. I think really the only blurb that we have is that spacing on the values.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and then I would just make
This guy. What did I
I'd
do?
make the headings of each section, just consistent.
I would
Say that
agree.
again, Jared, I didn't catch all of that.
Oh, I would just make sure that the headings of each section are consistent so that the core values looks like the
Okay.
VIA Health Systems
The
diagnostic
Arial
services.
14.
I think you kind of mentioned that earlier.
Arial.
There.
Right, Arial 14 bold, Arial 14 bold. I just wonder if I need, maybe that so the spaces are, more consistent there.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And I think the core values is the only section heading that isn't preceded with the VIA Health Systems.
Yep.
Okay. So I see what you're saying. I also had that thought. I looked at it a few times and went back and forth on it, so I agree. So like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and while we have them all posted here in one thing, a lot of times they'll be in different places on like a website. So I feel like this common heading is still important, even though even though they're all on one page right now. So what did I do here? Space after. Sorry, I usually work in Word. Anybody know where the space after?
Think
Huh?
where you were at there. That
This one?
really goes over one more.
This one? Line spacing? Oh yeah. Nope.
I think you might have it double.
Whoop, that guy. Oh, here. So let's. Oh, not that. Sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
think you just hit
Enter.
enter.
Is it too much then? But that might be where I need to.
Yeah.
There. Is that equal?
It sure looks like it to me.
Yeah, looks good.
So those bullets and spacing all look fine.
Are our headers staying consistent?
Oh, yeah, they're a good catch. So I need this. And I need 14. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then here as well. Thank you guys for being so patient. I am the slowest at any of this.
Well, when I was typing, I was like, I'm under all this pressure because people are watching me type. I'm not used to it.
Right? I'm glad you're doing it, Haley, and not me.
When I'm doing it just for myself for papers, I'm like, oh, so forever. I'm getting better about not deleting. I was really bad about like deleting and retyping. I'm getting better about autocorrect, so that's helping. Okay, so here also.
Yeah.
Okay. And 14. Okay, nope, we didn't see any other spacing issues, right?
No.
Sorry, I went kind of fast. Do you want me to scroll back up? Okay, so changed spacing.
Go. Where did we put? Where were we talking about team building exercises and safety meetings?
Down in here, right? Training resources here. Team building is in this one.
There, go down a row. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Where we wrote diagnostic services will organize a division-wide. There's an extra space there.
Here? Like, do you think like this spacing?
No, just
Oh.
like a space bar space.
Oh,
in
yeah.
front of, there you go.
That's another habit as an old person. I always want to space twice after a period. It's hard. That was a hard one for me to get over. And the Oxford comma. I'll get there. But is there anything? I mean, I don't think I was trying to maybe make the page breaks so that they wouldn't like here wouldn't be this, but I don't know how important that is.
I mean, I guess I think it's personal preference.
Okay. Spencer, Jared, you have any?
I don't think it really matters.
Yep. I think it's totally preference.
Okay. So this auto saves, so I'll just have to download it. File. Download as, right? Where'd it go? You guys seeing a pop-up? Usually I get a pop-up. Oh, there. Save as a Word doc. There, go away. Desktop. Oop. And we want group 1.2 module. And make this
Yeah,
8.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
We did save it as module 8.1 strategic plan when we uploaded it. So are we editing the wrong one?
No, so I downloaded it like here.
Uh-huh.
I downloaded it and saved it here, but I never renamed it in Google Docs. So we
Okay.
just saved over the top of our 4.2, which I do have that. I can reload that one to Google Docs if you guys want all of the additions.
Not worried about it.
I should have renamed it and resaved it in Google Docs, and I didn't. I just saved.
Oh, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure that we were doing the right one.
Yeah, I thought about that earlier when I was looking for. I'm like, why do I only have 4.2? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't rename it when I saved it last time.
Okay.
So we want to call this one 8. I don't know.
I mean, you can just call it final draft or final, however you want to word it.
How about we say yeah, no?
I'm good with that.
That looks good.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's my save button?
To the right.
Right here?
Up to the right. Up.
I think, hold on. Oh, there, I just gotta move the box. All right.
Cool.
So then I want to make sure I save our,
Oh, our Zoom.
yes.
I think since you're the one that's recording it, you're the one that's going to have to upload it because I
Okay.
don't believe that we'll probably have access to it.
So but is all your experiences, I've had a horrible experience with Zoom, so I just want to make sure when I hit stop recording, it should ask me if I want to save, right?
I would assume so.
I was going to say no pressure and good luck.
I know, right? Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and hit stop recording because it shouldn't end our session and see what it does.
Okay.